What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Good evening. Good evening. Happy Thursday to my good people, the loyal ones that come and join the set on a weekly basis. Hello, hello. We are getting close to being halfway through the NFL season. It's pretty crazy when you think about it. Almost at the halfway point in the NFL season. 2025 is going fast. I have been out of the league for nearly half a season. It's crazy to think about. I took a couple pass sets today just because I was working out earlier, boxing with a couple of my homies at the gym here in Texas. And in between my boxing round, I just took a couple sets just because. No, I'm not coming back. I'm 40 pounds lighter than when I played. I'm not coming back. But just so you know, the pass set is elite. Fire. Get to the spot. Balance is just, All right, let me stop. All right, everybody, hit that like button on your way in. Like at the door. You know how we operate. Come on, family. Even though you're family, you still got to knock when you pull up to the crib. So like at the door. Like on your way in. Drop a comment. Drop your name. Drop what you're repping. Whatever set you're repping, drop it in the comments. Let's get the chat going tonight. I need some feedback. I have some questions for you guys tonight. I have some questions for the fans tonight, for my subscribers. So like on your way in, drop a comment. Let me know that you're here. Share to all your family, friends, everyone. And it's an opportunity. It's a great opportunity to become a member. Become a member of the set, man. Come join. Get ready for this ride that we are embarking on. It has been great so far, but this is only the beginning. We are still in the very, very early stages of the set in my media career. So I appreciate all of you that's been here from the very beginning and those that are coming along right now in these early stages. Man, I greatly, greatly appreciate you. Join the membership club right now. Please and thank you. Exclusive rights, exclusive access, early access. So many cool things coming up, man. I spoke on the set merch coming pretty soon. Shirts, hats, all those good things. You can use the set emojis. We have some very unique, cool emojis you can drop in the chat. Can stand out and pop. Super chat is always live. So your questions will pop up and catch my attention really easily. All those great things. All right. Let's get the show rolling, man. Live on the set with your boy T-stead. We are here getting ready for Thursday Night Football, Week 7 in the NFL season. Tonight, we have a lot to talk about. As always, got to talk about my Dolphins, got to talk about my Saints, and everything else is going on around the league that has caught my attention and that I have been paying close attention to. With the Miami Dolphins and all the noise and news that we've been hearing surrounding the game that just passed and Tua's post-game comments. I spoke on this Monday, so I don't need to go back in detail on that reaction again to what Tua said about guys being late, not showing up, all those things. I spoke on that Monday. Tua came back with another press conference where he publicly apologized to his team and the organization for bringing that type of attention and light to the team and what he quoted as him failing to protect the team. I'm going to play Tua's apology, and then I'll speak on that briefly.
As a leader of this team, of the Miami Dolphins, the comments that had been said, I would say I've made a mistake, and I'm owning up to that right now. You know, for myself, I got to look at myself as the leader, protecting the team. I don't feel like I did that to the best of my abilities. I felt like I let the emotions of the game get to me after the game, and you know, that's something that I can learn from as a leader on this team. And what happens in-house should be protected, and none of that should have gotten out. And so want to publicly apologize about that, want to move forward, and now want to focus on the people.
First, I will say I love a public apology when the action that you're apologizing for was public. It really bothers me when somebody want to apologize closed doors when you said something or did something out loud or in public. It's must-win time, plain and simple. And not necessarily for playoff hopes to stay in the race of the division. Is to win. Your job is to go out and win. And you got to go perform your job to the best of your ability. So a win starts the healing process. All the flack that these guys have been taking all week, Tua has been taking a lot of flack. He has frustrations. Everybody, the offense, the defense, the coaching staff, everyone has frustrations. Winning heals. It really does. Winning heals almost all. Really. It quiets the noise for a week because the NFL is a 1-week season. Every week is a different story. Every week is a different who's the best team in the league. Every week is the who's going to be the picking first. Every week is a different story. So it's a 1-week season. A win Sunday quiets the football world. It quiets the noise and resets the football world. Winning is the medicine. Winning is the cure, no matter who you play. So I don't care what the Brown situation is. They trade Joe Flacco, Dylan Gabriel's there, Shedeur Sanders up next, whatever. Miami Dolphins need a win Sunday. And I don't really care in what fashion either. But it must be done. Now I have a question for you guys. Video with no sound. Okay. I have a question for you guys. Because I've been seeing a lot of takes on Twitter, Instagram, seeing a lot of ideas popping up. Everybody got insiders now. Everybody got sources. Let them tell it. And they're talking trades. Trade deadline is coming up. So if for whatever reason, it's a fire sale and Miami starts to trade players, in your opinion, I want you guys to let me know who stays, who goes. There's a fire sale for whatever reason in Miami, and they want to start a rebuild or start cleaning the house. Talk to me in the chat. Who stays and who goes? That's what I want. That's what I want to know. Who stays, who goes? Let's hear that. Now, the next part of this question, I need you guys to drop names of who you would like to see in return, or what is the return? Is it draft capital? Is it a starter right now? Is it a disposition group? That position? Give me that. Give me some feedback on who goes. What's the return? I need you all to play GM right now. Everybody loves to play GM. We all do. We all feel like we can put a team together. We can orchestrate a team. They can go win a Super Bowl. Every one of us. None of us can do that. Not alone. Not without experience. Not without like a team, a front office putting that together. But we all love to play GM. So who's going? What are you getting in return? After Sunday's game, so Monday's show, I'll talk more on trade deadline. And if I feel any move would be made or what the case may be. But I want you guys to let me know that part. It's some people that's safe, super safe. Waddle, safe. Achane, safe. Patrick Paul, safe. Them guys not going anywhere. And that's just off top of the head, safe. Those guys not going anywhere. No question about it. I know this isn't my normal setup and angle. We had some technical difficulties for anybody that's joining in on the show now. Look, I appreciate you all for staying in here, rocking with me, and being super responsive to the chat. Gonna get it all fixed. So please stay with me, everyone. I have the voice in the face of New Orleans media joining the show right now. We're going to talk Saints. We're going to talk the New Orleans Saints. They have a big matchup coming up this week against the Chicago Bears, who have found their stride. Chicago Bears are looking pretty dang good right now. They are. And it's Dennis Allen's return. Dennis Allen's revenge week is what they're calling it. He was the head coach of the New Orleans Saints since the departure of Sean Payton. He was let go this year and is the defensive coordinator for the Chicago Bears. Now he gets the chance to try to get his lick back on the Saints and the Saints fans for wanting him to get out of there. So DA revenge week, Nick Underhill, here we go.
He's gonna bring it, man. He's gonna bring it. I mean, we've seen him like on those motivated days. Like he could be special, man. I think he's probably been thinking about this one for a minute. You know, I think they got some spots that are soft on that defense personnel wise, but I mean he's been putting it together. They look good. I think DA wants to make a point this week.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. I was with the Dolphins when they joint practice against the Bears in Chicago, and I spent a lot of time on the sideline with DA. And before practice, he told me, it's like, yeah, we got a couple guys out. I'm only going to give a couple looks. You know, we're going to keep it real vanilla, nothing exotic. And practice at the end of, like towards the end of practice, I talked to DA again on the sideline. He was like, no, they tried me. They was doing a lot of motions, exotic looks, shifts. So I had to do what DA has that. He has that competitiveness. He has that edge to him. He is going to come after Spencer Rattler.
No doubt
he is going to send every look that has ever been presented from a defensive scheme. He's going to throw that at Spencer Rattler. How do you think Spence will be able to handle that?
Yeah, I mean, he's done a pretty good job. I mean, where he's gotten into trouble this year a couple times is with some of them disguised looks, and we all know how DA can really mask what he's doing. The simulated pressures, they love to show a ton of them, so that's going to be something that he has to deal with too. The Patriots had some success blitzing them last week, and that's something that I think they probably took notice of, and we'll probably try to send some extra guys strategically here and there. Spencer can get out and run, so you don't want to be too reckless with that stuff. But they use pure progressions and stuff too, so I think that'll probably help kind of keep them out of some of that trouble of having to like read everything based on what the defense is doing. But yeah, it's going to be a challenge for him, man. And we've seen him just kind of undress young. These young quarterbacks just get them in so much trouble and just kind of expose them. So it's going to be tough. I believe they lead the league in takeaways. I think they have 12 so far this year. They've allowed more yards per play than anybody in the league. But they're getting the ball. So it's, bend but don't break, and they're actually getting the turnovers. So it's going to be a tough test for them, big time. I mean, he's thrown one pick this year, and I think DA is going to be gunning to get a couple of them in this game.
That's impressive enough, man. The fact that Spencer has only thrown one interception so far this year. I think Spencer continues the trajectory that he's on, the way that he's performing. I would love to see the Saints get a win here. I would love to see them. The Bears offense is starting to come alive. How do you think the Saints defense fares against that offense?
It was rough last week, man. They started having coverage bust, and I think the young players started looking young, and you always got to wonder, hey, like Jonas Anker's been in there, he's been playing really well since he's gotten that role, but now you get 3-4 games of film on him, people studying him, trying to figure out ways to attack him. You start to see some stuff that comes apart that he has to put back together. I think we're seeing a little bit of that. But yeah, I mean, it was a little bit rougher last week, and I just don't have a lot of faith in that defense right now. I just don't think they have the playmakers really to make an impact, to make the difference. I mean, they got the 5 takeaways against the Giants, but that was kind of, I think, a fluke performance. It's been a lot of yardage. The third downs remain an issue that's an ongoing thing throughout the season. It doesn't really seem like it's going to get better. Now, Chase Young did come back last week. I thought he looked okay. Yeah, he needs to kind of turn them pressures in the impactful moments. I thought he looked pretty good, but I think he also looked like a guy coming back from injury. So maybe this week you get that. I don't know. They got to show it to me before I can really buy in on the defense. The pressure and that's just really been inconsistent. And I don't really feel great about their coverage right now. Kool-Aid a little bit up and down. The other guys, I just don't know that it's there right now.
I feel you on that. You see the DeMarios, you see Justin Reed, you see Cam Jordan, you see guys that has done it at the highest level for so long. But it's really hard to solely rely on them. And you need the young guys to complete the defense. You need the Kool-Aids and Alantes, and you need those guys to be the ones to put the defense over the hump. And I'm with you. I'm looking to see that from those guys. Even Pete Warner, he's been in the league for a little while now. I want to see Pete have more impact on the down-to-down basis and the game-to-game basis. Breezy up front, I would love to see him be that explosive inside rusher that we anticipated from him before his injury early in his career. Chase Young being back helps. Grando, the way that he's playing, he's always going to be an impact. I don't know, man. I would love to see the Saints steal a win from DA.
Yeah,
this weekend.
Look, they need to, because they got the Rams and the Bucks next. If you don't get this one here, I mean, you're kind of in the skids a little bit. Then it does even out after that. You got Carolina, the Jets, Carolina twice, Jets. So it's like the back half of the schedule is kind of easy, but I think you got to make some hay here, like where you got an opportunity to do it, because like very
Carolina,
quickly you can
not easy no more, Nick.
You're right, man. They're 3-3, so like you could easily be sitting at like 1-10 or something like that, and then I wonder what that does to Rattler. I think he's playing great, but like at some point you say, hey, got to see if you can win some games here. Try the other guy. I think it'd be kind of unfair to judge him on that. I think he did enough in this last game to absolutely win. I mean, it was an incredibly clean performance, and he made some stuff happen outside of the structure of the plays. Yep. Really accurate. Was going down the field. I saw a lot of people talking about the first play of the game, the 53-yarder. Oh, it was underthrown. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I think you just don't want to miss a layup, and he put it on him. I'm fine with it. They didn't get a touchdown on the drive, but I thought he played a great game. It's the most convincing I've seen him look to date. I'm watching that thing at like halftime. I'm like, I don't know if Tyler Shuck's ever going to see a field. Like, this is pretty impressive. He keeps playing like this. I don't know. I think you kind of got to just push the results aside and let him keep developing. It ain't the worst thing in the world in the team building sense if you feel okay about how the quarterback's playing and you also are losing games, because now you're getting them a better player in April to help. So it's not the worst situation in the world. I think there's a little bit of hope around this, even though the record's terrible. The season's is going where the Dolphins are going. Like, it's not good. But I think it's just a completely different feel from that situation. I think there's kind of the rebuilding hope on this side. That side, Miami's still kind of tearing down a little bit, but not a good time for those two helmets behind you if you're looking for the wins and losses on both of them. Look what happens when you leave, man. Look what happens when you leave, man.
Come on, man. Come on. You can't let T-stead out the building. That's what it is, bro. That's what it is. No, it's crazy, Nick. I was on ESPN this morning doing Unsportsmanlike, and they asked me that question. Like, the Saints and the Dolphins both have the same record, but the feel is different. the optimism is different. Like the outlook on it is different. And I agree for a lot of the reasons you just said. The Saints are optimistic about their situation because they are in a rebuild. Not that it's okay to lose games and just throw away a season. That's not the case at all. But they're seeing some promise from a young quarterback. They have some young pieces on the offensive line that they feel very strongly about. They have even the quarterbacks being on that rookie deal, it gives you much more flexibility to build out the rest of the roster. So I think that's the reason why they feel so optimistic in New Orleans, opposed to Miami, planned on being a playoff team. You know what I mean? Like, and this is just it's such a big shock and a punch to the face. That's why the two feels different.
Yeah, expectations are crazy different. Yeah. Kellen Moore's got some time, man. And it does. It feels like he's building something there. I like what he's doing on offense. Feels like they're painting a nice picture there. So, yeah, I mean, there's things to feel good about right now. Beating DA would I think that would satisfy the city for
crazy
a
for
bit.
the
Yeah.
they have a parade.
Oh, they would. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. They don't want to see him come in and do the Tom Brady 38-3 thing or whatever it was. Yeah. They don't want to see him unleash one of them game plans. I think he's going to try though, man. I think he's been thinking about this game. I think he's been thinking about this game since the day he left. Like he had this one circled. He's probably been hitting his free time on it. Like he's got a point to prove for sure. And like you said, he's that type of guy, man. People kind of don't see it in the personality. Like he is, he's not an enemy I would want to have.
No, don't tell me you're scared of DA, Nick.
No, but he'll plot on you. He will plot on you, and he'll
fact. That's a fact.
Yeah. He'll plot on you. He'll have the plan. You're gonna walk into a trap, not even see it coming. Like I think that's how he's coming this week. So
that defense will be ready to play. They'll be flying around, even in that joint practice, bro. When both sides knew, all right, we're not tackling nobody to the ground, bro. They were tackling all the Dolphins, bro. That defense was like DA had them on. Once he saw the motions and all that, bro, they were out there tripping. So they're gonna be on that type of time. It'll be a fun one. Saints, Bears, DA revenge game, Dennis Allen's revenge game. Let's get it. Spencer Rattler, let's keep rolling.
Would love to see him keep it going, man, for sure. Yeah, he's close. He's knocking on that door.
Yeah.
Some red zone plays, some third down conversions. I mean, I'll my eyes are going to open a little bit more if he starts putting that stuff together. One thing I'd like to see him do, like they ran with Taysom in the red zone last week to get the touchdown, was running with AK. I want to see him just like lean into like, hey, it's 1-5. Let's see what this guy can do down here. Start developing more in the red zone. Let him get those throws. I get you're trying to score. You're trying to win the games. Like you got two things kind of working against each other. Like just lean into like hey, this is about Rattler. Let's start thinking about next year a little bit. Let's make sure we're getting him some pass attempts down here. He had the one. It was the one hit Olave in the hands and score.
Got to be outside
of that. Yeah, it's got to be
Olave. That has to be a catch. He knows that.
He does.
It is a little far, or whatever. That has to be a catch.
I think he was they ran the same play against San Francisco, and the corner went over the top, and they went back shoulder. He kind of slows down. I think he's looking for the back shoulder, and then like he finds out like, oh no, it's going to the corner of the end zone. I think the timing was just a little bit off by them like kind of maybe not being on the same page.
That has to be a touchdown. Has to
be a touchdown.
Touch the hands, both hands, touchdown.
Yep.
Need it. And Juwan, hold on to the damn ball, my dog. Come on now. Come on.
Yeah.
That's tremendous. Just a catastrophic turnover right there in that time of the game. Have to. Come on, Juwan. Hold on to the damn ball, my dog. Let's go. All right, Nick. I'll let you out of here, man. I appreciate you. Yes, sir. You too, bro. Nick Underhill, ladies and gentlemen, voice and face of New Orleans media. All things Saints, all things New Orleans. Nick Underhill is the number one guy. Thursday Night Football. We got Steelers versus the Bengals tonight. Mike Tomlin hit the headlines a little earlier when he talked about the questionable decision from one GM to trade a quarterback in the division. You don't see that. You really don't see that. And I understand exactly what Mike Tomlin is talking about. Let's hear that clip from Mike Tomlin.
To be honest, it was shocking to me. Andrew Berry must be a lot smarter than me or us, because it doesn't make sense to me to trade a quarterback that you think enough of to make your opening day starter to a division opponent that's hurting in that area. But that's just my personal feelings.
I get that. I understand that for sure. When you got to see somebody twice a year, and don't get me wrong, like they didn't trade Lamar Jackson, they didn't trade Joe Burrow in the division, but this guy Joe Flacco was your starting quarterback. You felt strongly enough to make him your starter, your day one starter, and to trade him into the division to a team that is suffering. I really have a hard time understanding that. Like, if I have a team in the division that's suffering, I want them to suffer. Let's put them out of their misery. No, we're not trading you. No. Simple. No. But it's a done deal. So we'll get to see Joe Flacco tonight against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Titans quarterback Cam Ward, he called this the icy hot bowl. We have 40-year-old Joe Flacco versus 42-year-old Aaron Rodgers. A-Rod is playing really well, though. A-Rod is playing really well. The Pittsburgh Steelers are here at 4-1. They look like a force. The offense has started the season with some inconsistencies, but now they're starting to get that together. Defense as well. But I think everyone is starting to find their new role and starting to mesh really well. We've seen Jalen Ramsey making a ton of plays this past week when he's just getting back from injury. And back to the offense, I think it's time for Jonnu Smith to really show face in Pittsburgh. We saw what he did last year in Miami. Jonnu was incredible, lighting it up on a weekly basis. He's the biggest offensive weapon for us last year in Miami. And we haven't seen much of him this year. And I think that it's time. It's time for A-Rod for them to incorporate Jonnu Smith into the offense. He's like a running back when he gets the ball in his hands. And then on their defensive side of the ball, we haven't seen TJ Watt go off like we've seen in recent history, which really his whole career. But the way that Jalen Ramsey is starting to, we've seen that all-pro. We're seeing that all-pro player. They're putting him in different spots. He's getting sacks. He's lining up all over the place. And when he's involved in the game, he gets the entire defense going. His energy, his mindset, the way he goes about it, it's a sight to see. When Ramsey is playing like Ramsey, when he's happy, he get everyone else energized and going. So I think Pittsburgh will handle this game tonight pretty easily in a sense. I got them winning 24-10. I think Joe will get a chance to have a touchdown, but to Jamar Chase. But I think 24-10, Pittsburgh Steelers. Looking forward to some of these Week 7 matchups. Not as many big rivalries going on like we have seen in the past couple of weeks, but it is some games to pay close attention to. I think the Rams versus the Jaguars is a game to really watch. The Jags have kind of established themselves as being a for real team, a real team over in the AFC. And there's no question about the Rams. The Rams will be one of those teams that they'll be in a single elimination game at the end of the year. The Rams, they're fire. They're one of my favorite teams this year. But this Rams versus Jags game, it's a battle of the D-lines. Byron Young for the Rams, he has 7.5 sacks. Jared Verse has 3 sacks, 3 forced fumbles already. That young defensive line, man, Kobe Turner, Braden Fisk, like them guys really get after it. And the Jaguars defensive line as well, Josh Allen, Trayvon Walker, Eric Armstead, he has 3.5 sacks already. And the Jaguars they've been sitting at the top of the league in takeaways. They have 10 interceptions, 4 fumble recoveries right now on defense. So 14 takeaways already. They have been lighting it up quite a bit. It's one matchup I did not mention earlier when I was talking Dolphins-Browns. And that is my little brother, Patrick Paul, versus Myles Garrett. That's one that I cannot wait to see. Cannot wait to see. Pat has been playing lights out this year. He has he's improving every week. He's getting more comfortable, more confident. This is one of these aliens that, and this is how I would explain it to Pat. Like, as you're preparing through the league, some guys, like once you get your technique to a point, you get your strength and all that, your timing to a point. Some guys you line up against, they simply can't beat you. They have no business beating you. Like this is how I saw it when I was a player. Some guys that I lined up against, honestly speaking, I'm not bragging or anything. Honestly speaking, they had no chance to beat me. Like they just didn't have the quickness, the power, whatever. Like no shot to beat me. If I'm on my game, I'm doing my things the right way. It's a lot of players that I played against that just like you can't beat me, bro. And Pat has that same feel. Some guys that he lined up against, just you can't beat me. And then there are some guys you can do everything right and still beat you. Those are the aliens. Myles Garrett, Micah Parsons, Max Crosby, Trey Hendrickson, those guys are the outliers. Aiden Hutchinson, those guys are the aliens. Myles is the alien of aliens. He is made in a laboratory. Patrick Paul versus Myles Garrett is high quality TV. Y'all watching this Browns and Dolphins game, if you're watching the ball going down the field, if you're watching who's doing this and that, you're watching the wrong thing. You got to be watching these trenches this week, baby. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it. It'll be a great test, great battle. Pat will get a chance to use his length, his quickness, his anchor is really strong. Myles, he can do everything, speed, bend. He has an inside counter now that he's developed over the years. That's a matchup that I'll be watching really closely. And hopefully we get some one-on-one clips so that I can put on the show Monday and we can talk through what happened, whatever the result is. So we can talk through Pat's technique, what Myles attacked him with, and we can talk through the result. That'll be a game that'll be a matchup that I spend some time on and educate. I want to get a chance to really give you guys my knowledge and the way that I saw, like, breaking down the defensive end. How I plan on stopping him from getting to the quarterback. How I plan on stopping him from affecting the game. Patrick Paul versus Myles Garrett. Looking forward to that one. All right, getting ready to get up out of here pretty soon. I wanted to add a fantasy move of the week. For all you fantasy football lovers, this is my first year playing fantasy football. Since I'm not in the league anymore, I can do that. So I'm in two leagues. One league, we started off pretty good, and then we kind of hit a wall. Been struggling with some injuries to a few of my key players, but we're getting healthy again, and we're about to get going. My other league, I'm on a 3-game win streak. We're moving strong. Rico down in Carolina has helped my win streak very, very much. Rico, I appreciate you. Keep running that ball, my dog. RB1. But if I had to give you guys a fantasy move of the week, if you got this guy on your roster and you're trying to figure out whether to start him or someone else, I think he's poised and primed for a big game. Rashid Shaheed. He's a receiver for the New Orleans Saints, number 22. The Saints have the Chicago Bears this week. And the reason I think that Rashid Shaheed will have a big week is because Dennis Allen's style of defense. Dennis Allen is the defensive coordinator for the Chicago Bears. He was formerly the head coach of the New Orleans Saints. He has a very aggressive style of defense. He likes to overload blitz, zero cover blitz. So that means everyone one-on-one on the outside. Rashid Shaheed is a 4-3, maybe even 4-2 guy. Very, very much big playability. He's a Pro Bowl returner, punt return, kick returner. But he has big playability. I think that we see Rashid Shaheed put up big fantasy points. I'm starting him. So I'm counting on you, Rashid Shaheed, to really light it up in fantasy this week. And let's get that going. All right, before we get out of here, my good people on the set, we got to go to a would you rather. We have to go to a would you rather question. And I'm brainstorming. I'm brainstorming on this would you rather right now. Oh man, I'm tripping. All right. Before would you rather, I added a new segment. Fan First. Fan First is the new segment, and we have this fan question. It's from It's Seller Season. It's Seller Season. The fan question is, who has been the biggest surprise player this year or has taken the biggest leap? Who has taken a bigger leap than I expected? That's a really good question. It's Seller Season. I would say Patrick Paul. I hesitate there only because, like, biggest surprise player, I almost want to say Darren Waller. After retiring, being out of the game, out of the league, and to come back and be as efficient as he has, scoring all these touchdowns in just a few weeks, that's not normal. That's not normal. That's not to be overshadowed. But as far as biggest surprise, Patrick Paul is not a surprise to me. I won't even say that the leap is bigger than I expected. I really felt strongly about Pat and his game and the way that he works. But I will go Patrick Paul. I'm pleased with where he is right now, but I'm more so pleased with his desire to get better. He's not content with where he is right now. He's playing good, but the goal is to be great, and the goal is to be dominant. And it's going to take time and take reps and experience. And Seller Season, he's on his way. Like he's really trying to put that together for sure. So I appreciate that question. Fan First. We will really, moving forward, we will lead the show with a Fan First question. We'll get that going early. Before we get to the would you rather, and I'll let you guys out of here. Again, I appreciate you guys. Every subscriber, everyone has ever watched for 1 second. Thank you. Seriously, genuinely, thank you. I want to offer this time also for the members. Let you guys know that to join the membership club is growing. The membership club is becoming a club, like for real. And it'll be quite the party of the virtual party as we continue to build this thing and build this network. This has been fun, man. It's been great. Been a learning experience. Even things like this, like the camera goes out. Damn. I'm not about to cut the show. No, we're going to keep rolling, man. It's Thursday Night Football pregame show. We're live on the set. Monday, Thursday, we're doing it. Got to adjust. That's just what it is. Okay. So, would you rather question of the night? Would you rather get tackled 2 times in a row and you're standing still by prime Ray Lewis, or spend 3 minutes in the ring with prime Mike Tyson? Would you rather get tackled 2 times in a row, standing there, just take the hit from prime Ray Lewis, or 3 minutes in the ring with prime Mike Tyson. What are you doing? Let me know. Let me know. You getting tackled. Prime Ray Lewis. Back to back. He hits you. You get back up. You do it again. Or you get in that ring with Mike Tyson. Prime Mike Tyson. 19 years old. Just fresh off a bender. He in there. He's seeing red. What you doing? I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm gonna have to go head up with Ray Lewis. I'm not messing with Mike Tyson. No. Mike Tyson told somebody that he would eat their children. I'm not getting in the ring with that guy. Sorry. Ray Lewis, let's do it. I gotta see about you. Because no. Yes, you will have pads on if you're getting tackled by Ray Lewis, you will have pads on and the helmet. But that don't always save you. All right, my good people. That concludes another fire episode of The Set. Week 7 is kicking off. Thursday Night Football, Pittsburgh Steelers versus Cincinnati Bengals. A lot of games to pay attention to Sunday. Dolphins must win against the Cleveland Browns, both sitting at 1-5. Big win will help the healing process for the Miami Dolphins. The Saints, revenge game. Dennis Allen, Saints go against the Chicago Bears. The Bears are starting to roll. The Saints need a big win to stop Dennis Allen's parade and for him, his departure from the city of New Orleans. He wants to smack the Saints. He does. And the guys can't let that happen. Let's hold it down. Appreciate you all again. Thank you so much. Every subscriber, continue to like, continue to comment, share, subscribe if you haven't already. What you waiting on, bro? Come on, man. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Join the set, please. Membership club, wide open. Let's get it. Come on in. Early access, exclusive content, and much, much more as we're building this brand, building this network, and we are building this community, this family. I appreciate you all for rocking with your boy. It's T-stead. I'm out.